Kevin, it seems like just yesterday we were talking about Bloodwork, right? And we were
Right?
talking about I had some questions. We were talking about testosterone is what we were talking about actually. I was asking about like that over the counter T stuff. So I got some blood work. My 6 month or whatever the hell it's been blood work. My testosterone is 610. How am I doing?
Good.
My doctor said it was fine. Because
Mine
I'd
was
asked
mine was
questions.
580 last time.
Well, I'm
What
30 points the man you are, motherfucker.
what was your cholesterol?
I don't remember. I don't, I don't have it with me, but she was
Well,
reading it all. She was reading it all off to me. But
you, you need to look at your cholesterol.
yes, she did, and it was
You don't know it.
apparently within range.
If,
That was never my the cholesterol wasn't my issue. It
well,
was the triglycerides.
and what were your triglycerides at?
It's a you know what they didn't put it in the report, so I have to go back for the
Oh,
lipid
Jesus.
panel.
Yeah, because you don't. That's again. I'm going over with this with another person in my life that just does not take like fucking responsibility for their health.
I went.
You
I gave them my arm and my
you
blood.
fucking make sure that you get a lipid panel. You get there's and then there's the size of the lipids. You need to know there's a whole if you're going to pay for it, your insurance is going to cover some of it. There's things. Doesn't matter how big you could have an HDL count of 70, but if the actual the HDL itself was small particle, it isn't going to move the fucking a giant big LDL. It's not. You're going to get you're going to get blockage.
But it was the lab's error in not putting or testing what my doctor had ordered. So she rewrote it and said, "Here, I'm specifically just sending for."
Are they going to
for
send
the
a fucking
lipids.
an Escalade to pick you up to go get it done, or you're going to have to drive your own vehicle through your own time? And
Yeah, I'm going to have to
exactly.
invest the time. But
You know,
listen, I wasn't happy about it.
why
But
don't you do this? Why don't you tell them since you fucked up? Why don't you send somebody to my house to come take my fucking blood?
I'll try that.
All
I'll
right.
try that. For me, I'm not 6'10". For me, it's a little like what? Who are
What
you
do you mean
talking
you're
to?
not 6'10"? Doesn't
Who are
matter
you
you're
talking
6'10". They fucked up. Why should you fucking give them a buddy system on a fuck up? You painted my house gray. I said I wanted it white. Fuck it.
Agreed. Agreed. You know what? You know why? Because I'm beaten down by the world, Kevin, and I just feel like, am I going to fight this battle? Is this what I'm going to do?
Fight them all, man. Because you never know. If you don't fight this one, you die in your sleep. Fucking, how'd you go down?
Well, no. I went to my pulmonologist, and my
You went
apnea
down
is
like a
doing.
palooka.
My my pulmonologist said I'm doing great with my apnea. That was good news with that.
I,
You need
I
to you need to get that. You need to start wearing the mask.
I don't need to wear the
You
mask
need
until
to.
I do my fucking sleep study.
You need to do the sleep study, and then you need to wear the mask. You're talking about the
If
kind of
if I'm
snoring that
if I
killed Reggie White.
yeah, but you can snore. I talked to a friend of mine that's in the cardiology field. He said, "Dude, if you have a 20-inch neck, you've got apnea." So
I'm assuming you have a 20-inch neck.
yeah,
So yeah,
I probably have. I mean, I'm going. I have to do 2 nights in a row. There's just a ring you put on your finger,
yes.
and you set your Bluetooth. So I have to do that, but I can't do it with me tomorrow going for a nuclear stress
No, you
test
cannot.
and all that because I won't fucking sleep. I just drove a basically a 12-hour day to go pick up a car yesterday that was not what I expected when I got there. Um, so, and then today I've been battling with those fucks. So,
So for the sleep test, they give you the thing. They they kind of tape it onto your finger so it doesn't come out in sleep. There's a couple of nodes on
no,
your chest.
that's not what I have.
Well, mine was, and it had a little like a machine that
Okay.
was recording
How many
me.
years ago was this?
3.
Yeah, that's new technology.
So I'm supposed to lay there, and you want to know what a gavone I am? I'm supposed to lay there and just go to sleep with this. But now psychologically, I have stuff on me, right? So the claustrophobia kicks in. It's like I'm never going to sleep, never going to sleep. So what do I decide to do? What do I think would be a fine gauge of my apnea before I fall asleep? I say, let me eat. To relax myself. So I get up after not being able to sleep 1 o'clock in the morning with this machine. I haul downstairs with my taped finger and my nodes on my chest. And I'm making a sandwich. I'm eating, standing in the kitchen, laughing to myself what this fucking thing is going to read like when my pulmonologist looks at it. Then I finally went back to bed. But I went from, now my reading was 44, my index was 44, which means 44 cessations of breath an hour, and I'm down to 1.1. So he said I'm out of stroke danger. Do your sleep study.
I'm gonna do my sleep study. I'm on Eliquis until I do it. Eliquis, which is a blood thinner, it'll stop me from having a stroke. It's not like I'm on top of it. I'm not going to do it.
No, you're the most like on top of it health-wise
But I
person
also
that I know, and this is the one thing that I could stand here like your dad and wave my finger and say, do your sleep test. You have to take this seriously. So I'm enjoying it.
You
I'm
can't.
enjoying it.
You can't. Because I'm aware of it. I've got it all set up. I've just got to get through my stress test first. It's just I won't fucking sleep tonight.
Because of the impending. Oh, if you do
Because
this. Oh, yeah. No, I know. So
'cause
do this first.
yeah, you got to do. Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to hear bad news, good news.
I think you'll get good news. You take care of yourself very well. You
Doesn't
monitor
matter.
your blood.
When your dad dies at 36, man, you're going against the fucking king of all kings. You're going against fucking the metabolic syndrome X. You're going against genetics.
But if had he had the kind of testing available to him that you do, there would have been red flags that came up. Did you ever have a plaque test where they check the buildup in the arteries? Is plaque the right word? Is it?
But plaque doesn't matter.
Calcium?
Yeah, that doesn't matter either. It's the pliability. It's if you have soft plaque. Soft plaque breaks, and that's what causes strokes and heart
that's
attacks.
what they test for, right? When they do the
No, it's the only gold standard for if you want to get your heart checked is to have them fucking go in with a fucking catheterization and fucking go through your heart.
Oof.
That's the only fucking that's the second best is a nuclear PET scan, which I'm having tomorrow.
Well, good luck with it.
Thank you.
Kevin, I had
Worst that could happen is I could die. So
during the test.
all I got to do is stress test. My knees are so beat up I can't. So they give you an injection that puts your heart at fucking. And you talking about a feeling? Whew.
Oh, this isn't the one where you run on the treadmill, or
No, I can't run on a treadmill. So I have to fucking lay down and be administered a fucking drug.
Okay.
So basically, it's I'm fucking going over to Joey Diaz's and doing a fucking 8.5 foot line, a big gagger just to get my heart up to see how that looks under a nuclear fucking scan. So
I didn't know he was getting into the medical field. I'm kind of glad to hear that.
yeah,
Coco's spreading it out.
Talented guy.
So I had some contractors come over to do my floors. Now, I was lamenting to you. You very kindly reached out to me. You said, how's it going? And I said, Kev, I can't. I had to move everything out of the living room, dining room, into the kitchen. The back deck covered with tarps. A fucking piano was involved in this move. So they come over. They start working, and so Joe comes in. That's my floor guy. He did my upstairs a couple of years ago. He walks in. He's now burned over like 90% of his body. His arm's in a sling. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy going to do floors? So his guys walk in afterwards. This hairy little man. And then Frank, who's probably retired, probably drove a truck or something. He's helping out Joe. So Frank walks into the house and almost knocks me down from the smell of weed. So now you keep the workers happy, you get a good job, right? So one of our advertisers, as you know, in the cloud, sent us some pre-rolls. Now I'll do the edibles, I don't do the pre-rolls. So I slip those in my pocket for the right time to slide up to Frank and say, hey, listen, Frank, you smoke? Here, try these out. Let me know, because I have to go on the air, and I'll give you a recommendation. He goes, I'm a connoisseur of this stuff. I said, perfect.
Do you guys have medical marijuana or recreational in New Jersey?
Yeah, we have recreational. So you just go buy it. So I said to Frank, he goes, where do you get this from? What show are you talking about? I said, I have a show with an athlete. There's usually a few hurdles when people ask me about my doings in life before I get to wrestling. And so I say, I have a show with a professional athlete. Who's the athlete? What is it? I'll listen to it. So I don't know if you ever heard of Kevin Nash. He goes, Kevin Nash. He goes, my wife used to wait on him. So I'm like, so did everybody. So I go, where? He goes, Daytona. So I'm like, okay, getting warmer, Frank. So my first question to Frank is, what were you doing in Daytona? He's like, I was down there for 24 years. I said, yeah, on the run? He goes, everybody says that about Florida. He goes, I asked a cop one time. He said they get about 600 fugitives a year. They all go to Daytona. So he goes, tell him Kerry said hi. What did he say? Eight egg whites. Eight eggs, egg white omelet. I said, yeah. So that sounds like Kev. So do you remember the diner or?
Yeah, it had to be. It was called New York Bagel Diner.
Okay. He's like, I forget the owner's name. He knew the owners. So yeah, the appendages of Kliq this touch all aspects of my life. Sometimes.
So you couldn't have called two guys in a truck and had them move that shit?
I'll tell you what. Yes, it was my plan. When he was going to come do this, I was going to get the movers to move the shit. I'm going on the air last week. Literally, the credits are rolling. My wife texts me, Giovanni's coming tomorrow. So now I'm trying to do the show open. I'm looking and I want to debate this. And by the time I was off the air, what am I going to do? Joe's coming tomorrow. So actually coming Saturday. I had to
Does your wife have that kind of veto power in the house?
When I'm busy on the air and she knows she's got me by the nuts, my nuts are hammered to the seat for 2 hours.
Who helped you move the shit?
She did. I felt awful.
My God.
I said, you can't do this. I said, you don't understand. You're going to get... First, she said, I was supposed to go to a wake last week. She goes, just go. I'll do it with the kids. I said, I'm going to come home, and there's going to be 3 people dead under a piano. You're not doing this.
Do you have a grand or a stand-up?
This is a stand-up, yeah. But it's still a motherfucker.
Well, I know.
Those fucking things.
I remember carrying one upstairs in my brother's house with my brother. Of course, me at the bottom of the steps.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm fucking picking this thing up. I'm like, holy. After the age of 25.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you fucking get a herniated disc because Joe's coming the next day, and the next thing you know, you lose fucking. You fucking lose your fucking ability to hold your bowels. You're in a fucking permanent diaper.
Yeah, not with my 6'10" testosterone, no, Nash.
Yeah, but what was your estrogen? Fucking 1,200?
I don't know. Are these titties giving me away?
1,200?